नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nityanandam, welcome back to all of you. And we hope that you all had a wonderful experience of this Venkateshwara Darshan with Swamiji. We see some sharings, Paramashakti, sharing about the Darshan. Thank you for sharing your experience, and always very beautiful darshan when Swamiji comes as Venkateshwara. Very short but very powerful experience. And see, all of us now have been showered with the energy of wealth consciousness, literally the space of Vaikunta itself, and the inner space with which we achieve the ultimate and manifest what. See, Swamiji says, when you achieve moksha, you also have dharma and artha all come together always. It's not that enlightenment is separate and wealth is separate. When you progress towards your enlightenment, you also manifest with, and this is the consciousness that we have received today.
And today's Venkateshwara Darshan was something very significant because, as all of us might already know, that the Navaratri Brahmotsavam is going on. Also, in the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, the main temple where Bhagavan Parandhama manifested as Venkateshwara, today is a special day where Bhagavan Venkateshwara graces on the Garuda Vahana. This is something very significant, as in the Shastras, in the Agamas, it is revealed that if we just have the darshan of Parandhama Mahavishnu on the Garuda, we immediately experience and manifest the space of Vaikuntha. Hence, today we had this powerful, beautiful darshan of our beloved Swamiji as Bhagavan Venkateshwara, experiencing, manifesting the space of Vaikuntha for all of us.
Yes. So now with this initiation, let's enter into the power manifestation. And today, the Ashtamahashaktis now will be manifesting the power of increasing the weight of an object. So you can all get ready, have an object with you, a small size object, and take a measurement of the weight. If you have a weighing scale like those used for jewelry, or even one used in the kitchen, you can take a measurement of the weight of the object and note it down. Now, through the power manifestation, we'll be increasing the weight of the object. So just connect with Swamiji. Remember Swamiji as Venkateshwara, the moments from today's darshan. And from the space of oneness with Swamiji, just connect with the object and instruct, command for the weight of the object to increase. Have your awareness on the third eye and chant the Mahavakya intensely. And we'll now be starting the palm manifestation.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham
Continue to manifest intensely. Remember Swamiji in your third eye and chant the Mahavakya. Reverberate with the frequency of the Mahavakya. As you remember yourself as Swamiji, as Parashakti, just as how Swamiji had revealed, Paramashiva had revealed in the Makutagama, when we decide Agnya Kalecha Shaktayaha, we manifest as Shakti when we use our willpower to manifest a reality. Remember yourself as Paramashiva Shakti, as with intense willpower you manifest this power of the Garima.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
All right. So you can now verify the results of your power manifestation. See if you have succeeded in changing the weight of the object. So take a few moments to take another measurement and share your experience, your result, your manifestation with us in the Zoom chat. So let's take a few moments now and let's take another measurement of the weight.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
All right. So I started saying yet to manifest, no issue. See, power manifestation is really depending on our ability to experience oneness. So how strong we are in the powerful cognition that we hold, in our space of completion, in our inner image, and even how much our body is detox, all of that plays a role. So we'll continue to practice, we'll continue to manifest, and definitely we'll see that we'll be able to witness the result happening also.
And of course, as we manifest the powers more and more, we establish, we come to a space where we are able to relax into that space of oneness with Swamiji. So once that happens, you will see that power manifestation will become a part of your life. It'll not be like a separate session that you'll need to have every day.
All right. So thank you all for participating. And Mashukra also has shared that she is able to see 0.1, 0.2 and change. That's really good. And thank you for sharing. And even sharing the powerful cognition with which she was manifesting. So hope that this is inspiring the other participants as well. So thank you for sharing and for participating in this power manifestation. And we'll now enter into our next session. And today, as we are learning about the wealth consciousness, now Swamiji will be revealing about what is the space of a Vaishya. And Vaishyas are the merchants, those who are involved with the economy of the society. And what are the thought currents that they have? What are the main beliefs and cognitions that they have?
So Swamiji defines Vaishyas are as the ones who are responsible for the integrity related to the finance and economy of the whole society. So let us understand what is the thought current of a Vaishya. What Swamiji explains, what Swamiji reveals as a thought current of a Vaishya. Let us now enter into this segment.
Advaitic activism. Please understand. Let me define activism. Whenever you drop your impossibility and radiate possibility, you are active. Whenever you drop impossibility and be active, whenever you radiate possibility, you are active. Please understand. Whenever you forget the concept of impossibility, radiate possibility, you become active in that. Listen. Why sometimes you become active? Why sometimes you are not active? Why sometimes suddenly you have so much of possibility in you? Why sometimes you don't have the possibility, you are feeling all the time impossibility? Why? In some things you feel possible, while sometimes with some things you feel impossible. Understand, the question is not at all whether you are able or unable. Question is all about whether you feel possible or impossible. That's all. Understand, the question is not at all you are feeling about whether you are able or unable. The question is all about whether you feel possible or impossible. Your possibility is completely confused. You are Shudra, the fourth Varana. For money, suddenly everything becomes possible for you. The moment you hear money, honey, money, honey, everything becomes possible for you. Yes. Then you are Vaishya. Power, name and fame, reward. The moment the carrot of power, name and fame, reward is dangled in front of you, and you get into the space of possible, you are a Kshatriya. Knowledge, inspiration. The moment you see that probability and everything becomes possible for you, you are a Brahmana. Always you experience possibility. Simply you carry the space of possibility. You are Paramahamsa, enlightened. Listen. If you are confused, why, when the concept of possibility comes to you, you are Shudra. Because if you are confused, 90% of your time will be destroyed, wasted, just with impossibility. I can give you some general classification, but of course there are always exceptions. But listen, just if money or name and fame, power, only that is able to make you feel possible, you are consciously handicapped. I tell you, whatever makes you say yes, that only will make your team also say yes. Because you will attract the team exactly like you, including me. My multi-dimension only attracts people. When you achieve, see, all the people around me are completely confused. Before you become multidimensional, you will be thoroughly confused, which I myself went through. It is usual. But you should have the guts to go through. If you drop out, nothing can be done. If all your components are in tune with what you want to cause, you are Deva. Some of your components are struggling, but all of them are aware of what you want to be. You are Manushya. Some of your components completely declare protest, war against you and what you want to be. You are a Bhuta, ghost, demonic existence. For example, I am giving you one example. Your Sukshma Sarira and Karana Sarira, these two are responsible for deep sleep and early morning freshness. If both of them are completely in tune with you, morning 3:30 you are out of bed, jumping, excited to go for Akada, you are in Deva Sarira. They both know you have to go and they really want to cooperate with you, but they are a little struggling. Means you get out of the bed, slowly walk and reach the Akada. When you see all the hundreds of sannyasis doing, you get the inspiration and start picking up. You are Manushya. No. Your Sukshma Sarira and Karana Sarira declare war against you. You may want to be yogi. We are not interested. And we don't want to be interested. Then your existence is demonic body. Bhuta Sarira. Mriga Sarira. Understand? Same way with integrity. If you are celebrating integrity and authenticity, you are a Deva Sarira. If you are struggling, but you know that is the goal, that has to be the life, you are struggling, Manushya Sarira. You are very clear. Authenticity, forget about it. I am not interested. Somehow I wanted to push my life like this and cheat as long as I can and die. Completely some part of you is declaring war against this very concept of authenticity and integrity. Then you are in Vaishasa Sarira, the Rakshasa Sarira, demonic body. The space of possibility does not come after you logically analyze your ability and probability. Please listen. The space of possibility comes from the strength of your completion, power of your completion, not after analyzing ability and probabilities. Ability and probability is the experience of logic. Possibility is the experience of consciousness. Person who functions out of abilities and probabilities will be successful when he is 90. Success is no more needed for his life. Person who works out of completion, he will start with his life. He will start his life with this experience of success. He will have success when he really needs it. Most of the CEOs have money when it is no more useful for them. Most of the successful people have honey and money when it is no more useful for them, because they were making decisions based on ability and probability. Their possibility was experienced by ability and probability. Listen, I tell you, bring the space of completion in you, and let the possibility become the cognition from the space of completion. I tell you, if you suddenly feel your inner space is too clouded, too loaded, with too many confusion, incompletion, declare 21 days, nirahara and completion. I tell you, nirahara and completion will do so much good. It will bring you back to the Advaita space again. Living just by liquid diet and continuously completing will put you back to the space of Advaitic activism. Please listen. Anything which you don't understand in the life, where your logic is not ready to penetrate, be very clear, it is simply incompletion which your logic does not want to see. Listen. Anything in your life you don't understand, you are not able to grasp, is the incompletion which you don't want to look in. Your consciousness by its nature is Swabhava Swayam Prakasa, by its nature self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasa, self-shining. So there is no such thing which you can't understand in the life. Whether it is which graha moving where, which star moving which direction, or how to use your remote control and operate the TV in front of you, or the various aspects of the electronic gadget which you newly bought. Anything, please understand, anything, your logic is Swayam Prakasa, to locate, to look. Whether understanding a law book or understanding a musical instrument or understanding some truths about botany or biology or zoology, understand the truth is your consciousness is self-effulgent. If you are not able to understand something, it is your own incompletions you don't want to look in. Understand that at least. At least know the right reason for your powerlessness. You can complete that and get out of it. Your ignorance is not inability. It is your decision not to look into that truth. Please understand. Never label your ignorance as your inability. No. Every problem, you should do a right postmortem. so that we can avoid that next time. Every accident, we should do the right postmortem so that we should avoid that, we can develop system to avoid that later. Don't say, oh, after all he is dead, what is there, leave it. No. Do postmortem and learn the lessons. Same way. Every problem you have, do postmortem and have right intelligence. Do postmortem and have right intelligence. Do postmortem and have right intelligence. Your ignorance is not your inability. It is your decision not to look in. Your incompletion, your decision not to look in. Understand, your decision not to look in is your ignorance. I wanted to repeat it. Your ignorance is your choice. At least have right understanding about your wrong understandings. If you have the right understanding about your wrong understanding, we can complete it. Why you don't want to look into something is second. But know very clearly your ignorance is the area you don't want to look in, not your inability to look in. Please understand. When you understand, there is no zone you don't want to look in. There is no incompletion. Your pure self-effulgence is fully alive and ready to look into anything and understand anything. No incompletion stops you. You are Sarvagnya. Understand, Sarvagnya does not mean he knows everything. He can know everything. Understand? The pure consciousness. When you don't have incompletion and want to look into, you can just look into any one person's brain or look through any body. Usually that is what I do. If I wanted to have knowledge about any subject, I'll pick up that book, just concentrate on the knowledge of that author, the thought trend of that author. Download it, observe, and throw the rest. Not for pride. Even now I am telling you, I challenge. Get me any book in the world. Whether it is about astronomy, astrology, gemology, zoology, botany, biology, law, anything. In few hours, I'll give you the essence, thought trend of the whole book. Because in Vedic tradition, when you don't have incompletions, you can look into anything. You can know anything. Not having incompletions to know anything is what we call Sarvagnya. First, look in. Look in. Define very clearly what you want and where you are. Know it very clearly you can. There is no question of you can't, you can. You just know how it should be done. You only need the knowledge. There is no powerlessness. There is only knowledgelessness. Sometimes what you want knocks at your door, but you think because it is knocking at your door, you are more qualified than what is knocking at your door. You may think it is too cheap, otherwise why will it come to me? Because you don't have any respect for you, the fortune which comes towards you also you don't have respect for it. And you lose it. Many times the possibility knocks at your door, you think, if it is coming to me so easily, then there is something wrong. Maybe I am more qualified for it than this. What a pattern. What a pity. It is so funny. That's the right word I'll use. So funny. When you know what you need to achieve and where you are, and you know it is possible, I tell you, that is the space where responsibility grows. You know, I'll do it. I am doing it. I'll do it and I am doing it. In the rural area hills and the forest area, there will be board. Sheep destroy the forest because when a seed sprouts, sheep will go and eat and the forest will never be possible. Same way, the idea impossible destroys your responsibility. You never take the responsibility because of your idea of impossible. When you think it is impossible, you give up on you. You never take the responsibility. What do you want, where you are, and how transformation can happen. First, if you know it will happen, it is possible, you just know how to take the responsibility, and you take the responsibility, that's all. Individual life is responsible. You only have to take the responsibility to make things possible. When your cognition depth is established in the completion, from that completion, the ideas of richness you create will simply become reality. From that completion, the idea of power you create, you will simply manifest. From that completion, the idea of being your own boss you create, you will simply manifest it. Understand? Few minutes, it is possible. You just know how to take the responsibility, and you take the responsibility. That's all. Individual life is responsible. You only have to take the responsibility to make things possible. When your cognition depth is established in the completion, from that completion, the ideas of richness you create will simply become reality. From that completion, the idea of power you create, you will simply manifest. From that completion, the idea of being your own boss you create, you will simply manifest it. Understand? As I said, richness is not always grid bound. Most of us do not even understand there is something called off the grid richness. Experience. Understand? A person with 10 crore grid bound richness, a person with just 1 crore plus inner awakening, off the grid richness is surely much more richer. Understand? Unfortunately, if you cognize the idea of richness, if you think, if you create theories and theologies of richness, when you are perceiving poverty in your life, you will only think 10 crore is richness, not the off the grid richness, the experiences as richness of your life. I have seen these stinking fellows. Stinking means believing only grid bound richness as richness. Stinking with money and no experience of life. When you leave the earth, when you leave the planet, your experiences carry you, not the grid bound wealth. Understand? Grid bound wealth is useful as long as you are grid bound. Death is the greatest freedom you receive from the grid. When you are off the grid, it is your experiences that will be counted as your richness, not the grid bound richness. Grid bound richness is great as long as you are bound within the grid. Look into your ideas of richness. Look into your ideas of powerfulness. Look into your ideas of what is being your own boss. Few minutes. Dig out your incompletions, ideas you carry about being your own boss. If you suddenly win a lottery and from tomorrow, no why tomorrow, today, from today, you are your own boss, what are you going to do? How is your life is going to be? And your ideas, theories, theologies. Why you want to be like this? What is the reason you want your life in this way? Think and pen down what you want to be, how you will be your own boss. Second, why you will be like that. You may think, I'll be in the golf court all the time, fully drunk. I think better to be slave than fully drunk and being in the golf cart. Why you want to be like that? Because that is what is your idea of being your own boss when you were a slave. If you are slave and create an idea about power, even if you get power, it becomes politics, not power. If you have an idea of poverty and you get wealth, you don't become wealthy. Wealth stinks around you.
Yes. So the space of a Vaishya, what are the beliefs that we have about money, essentially? And Swamiji says, when you remember money, if you feel that anything is possible, you're ready to do anything, you have a space of possibility about it, then you are a Vaishya. Instead, then you remember it if you feel that it's impossible, everything is like a load of work, and you just get tired by just remembering money, then you are a Shudra, just a worker. And here Swamiji really speaks about being your own boss. And wealth and ultimately life is all about that, being your own boss. Because unless you are your own boss, then you are working for someone. And so they are fulfilling their own dreams through you. But you don't really grow. You're not getting realized more and more. Somebody was saying, wealth is not just money. It's about the experience that you have about life. It's about continuously expanding, having more and more experiences, getting matured. It's about living more and more. And that happens only when you are your own boss, not if you work for someone else. So this is definitely a step that all of us must take if we haven't done it. So becoming our own boss, and whatever it might be, start from somewhere. Decide to be your own boss. It may change, you may start with something, change into something else later on, but start somewhere. Decide how you want to start. If you are not your own boss already now, you have to find a way in which you will start to be your own boss. Only then you will be growing. As Swamiji says, you have either dedicate your life to enlightenment, otherwise make money. Because at least by making money, you will express life energy. And by doing so, you will grow, you will face your patterns, you'll have to break them, you'll have to get out of your comfort zone. So making money itself will make you so much mature, and it will make you grow, and it will take you closer to enlightenment, especially if you have a spiritual context, just like all of us have now. So now let's look inside. Let's take a few minutes to see, are we having the space of a Vaishya or not? And if not, then let us see how we can develop it, how we can make it happen. So first, look in and see, does the idea of money evoke possibility or impossibility in you? And if you have any impossibilities, identify all the impossibilities that you carry and pen them down. Pen down the impossibility and the reason behind it. What is the incomprehension that stops you? And I may say you can even write down what are the beliefs that you have, all the beliefs whenever you remember money, what all do you feel? What all are the beliefs that you have? As somebody was saying, if you just have money, you'll be a moneyed poor person, but not rich. Even Swamiji used to say in other discourses, you should be golfing and making money. And because it's really not about, Swamiji says money just follows the feet of true wealthy people. They don't even work for money, they just work for excellence, passion, doing what they really like doing. Simply money happens. Don't struggle for money. So let's take a few minutes now and let's look inside, and Pendown will be showing the assignment on the screen. And let's start to pen down. All right, so now let's move on in the exercise. And now scan your daily habits and see, are they leading you towards more activism and towards manifesting wealth? So for example, you may enjoy relaxing and just being unproductive, spending time unproductively. You may enjoy sleeping off in the morning more than waking up early for your life. So look into all this and decide what change you need to bring and make a conscious decision to drop all the wrong unproductive habits and which kind of habits you should have. So Anji says success is a habit. So the habits that you have decide whether you will be creating wealth or creating poverty. So now let's take a few moments, look into your daily habits and pen down what are the unproductive daily habits that you have and which habits you should be having. Let's start. All right. So we now move to the next step. And now, see, are you closing or did you close doors to opportunities? And if yes, why? So there's actually, in one of these sessions, somebody explains how sometimes we have opportunities coming to us, but we feel that it may not be good enough for us because we have, even if we are not, right now, we may not, even if we are not manifesting wealth at the present moment, we have a desire for a certain situation. But the opportunity that comes is not matching that dream, that desire. But it's a start. We have to start from whatever, from wherever we are. And but many times because of that fantasy or desire, looking at the situation that we would like to have, we see that kind of an opportunity come in front of us, and either we just close the door knowingly, or sometimes we don't even recognize it. We don't even feel that this is something where we can involve and where we can actually start doing something and start making money. So let's look into all this now, the opportunities that we have closed. And so pen all of it down and complete and see what is the reason because of which you closed the door at that time. So let's take a few minutes now, and let's start to pen down all the opportunities that we have missed in the past. All right. So we conclude this exercise and creating the space of a Vaishya. Look deep into your beliefs about what is money, what is wealth, and how you feel about making money, manifesting wealth in your life, and continuously bring more and more completion and evolve your understanding about the whole thing so that you will manifest the space of a Vaishya. So now we'll move into the next session directly connected to this one, which is now on Lakshya, the ultimate goal of your life. How, when we are aligned to the goal of our lives, to our own unique purpose of life, we naturally manifest everything and we work without even feeling that we are working. Everything aligns for us in our lives. And this is the ultimate wealth. And any other wealth that we make, if it is not aligned to our own purpose, cannot be called as wealth. So let's come to the space of listening and let's discover one more dimension of the wealth consciousness with this session.
Awakening wealth consciousness. Let me describe fundamentally what is wealth as per the reality. Understand? I am not denying the crude form of the wealth currency as some meaning. No, I am not denying. I am not saying that crude form of the currency, the country currency you use, the raw form of the wealth. I should say a crude form of the wealth which you use for any transaction. I am not saying it has no role, no value, no. I only want to declare that is not alone wealth. Understand? Current which keeps the currency current is wealth. Understand? The Vedic definition. Current which keeps the currency current is wealth. What is fundamentally currency? 100 of us are sitting here. One has 1,000 rupee and he wants food. He gives that to somebody who supplies food. Then he gives that to somebody supplies raw material. He gives that to somebody who gives him health. He gives that to somebody who gives him a house. He gives that to somebody who gives him clothes. Continuously when it is moving, by the time that 1,000 rupee moves between many hands, its value has increased. Understand? The current which keeps the currency moving is the value of the currency. We may ask why some countries' currency has high value, why some countries' currency has no value or low value. It is our ability to keep our currency moving. The current which moves the currency keeps the value for currency. If you have too many reasons to use that currency, which you can buy only through that currency, that keeps the value. That current keeps the value of that currency. Mahadeva, Sadashiva, the greatest economist, defines wealth. Understand? You will never look at Mahadeva as an economist. Understand? He can wear ordinary Rudraksha bead which has no value. Because he wears it, becomes a trend, fashion, millions wear, and that becomes a valuable commodity now. Many of you don't know the Rudraksha I am wearing, that is more valuable than the gold covering it. It is highly praised than the gold covering it. You will not understand the economy of Mahadeva, Sadashiva, till you understand the real wealth. The economy of Vishnu is different. Whatever is valuable he wears. The world's largest gem, Shamantaka, is on his chest. Miss Universe is his wife. The best flight, Garuda, is his vehicle. But with Sadashiva, if you see, all the things useless for society, Basma, from the Smashana, that is his cosmetics. And the Rudraksha, which nobody touches, which is falling from the trees, some bead, that is his jewelry. Snakes, which nobody goes near, is his ornament. All the things he uses. Understand? He is making a statement about wealth. If you read Agama, his words, beautifully it describes wealth in multiple places. Our ability to be intelligently active is wealth. Understand, intelligently active and constantly contributing. I am not saying don't accumulate currency, but I am saying fundamentally understand the concept of currency, then start moving your life and others' life. Then you will understand. Not only the wealth consciousness is awakened in you, you will never bother about incompletions related to wealth. Expansion in life is freedom. Anything which restricts brings bondage and suffering. When I say expansion, I don't mean this expansion. I mean expanding in health, expanding in wealth, expanding in every field is success. That is life. But there are many patterns which stops the expansion, restrictive patterns, which restricts you in your health and wealth. Please understand. There are thousands and thousands of engrams. Engram means engraved memory. Thousands and thousands of engraved memories, thought patterns in you, which are restricting you experiencing the ultimate, which are constantly showing you that you are not ultimate and you cannot expand by giving foolish, self-created, restrictive circumstances. Never ever think circumstances are more powerful than your reality. No. Our reality is more powerful. Our capacity to create the reality is more powerful than any circumstances. Let me define engram. Engram means a memory gets into your system, makes you work in the same way, even if you don't want. For example, you are addicted to smoking or drinking pattern. That engram gets into your system very strongly. After 2 years, even if you want to give up, you won't be able to give up. When the time comes, from inside you will hear smoking, cigarette. When the time comes, from inside you will hear, come on, open the bottle. Simply you can't do anything. Your body will just move. It will open, drink, fall asleep. Next day morning when you are having fight with your spouse only, you will even remember. It is not good for your health. One of the biggest lesson I have learnt from my life and I wanted to share with all of you is, have a strong experiential clarity about you. Nobody should be able to penetrate and alter your idea about you within you. Constantly, if people tell that you are a miser, you are a miser, you are a miser, you are a cheat, you are a cheat, you are a cheat, you should not start believing it. That strong clarity about yourself, if you just have that, that's enough. You won the game of life. Nothing else can protect you other than the clarity about you. If that is there, nobody can harm you. Please understand, you are so weak. When people around you doubt, you also start doubting you. That's one of the biggest weakness human beings carry. Destroying others' opinion about you is not that big failure. But if you are also influenced by the others' opinion about you, you are a failure. In my case, the only reason I won the game, they lost the game, is they are able to convince the whole world about me, but they are not able to create one doubt about me in me. Have a strong fort. Nobody can take away your kingdom. Strong fort means in your inner space, be authentic and clear about what you are and what you believe, what you want. Many times, in you, when the clarity is not there, when you have restrictive patterns, suffering starts for you. Only those methods of grabbing, stealing, robbing is wrong, sin. Otherwise, creating wealth, if you are contributing something directly to the people, universe, if you are grabbing from others without contributing anything, that is what is sin. So creating wealth is intrinsic part of life. Krishna says very beautifully in Gita, Gahano karmano gatihi. The universe by its nature works. If you have at least the goal of creating wealth, you will be creative. Your energy will be channeled properly. I can give you the clear guidance. The first priority should be in the life for moksha, enlightenment. Till that happens, the second priority can be creating wealth. Understand? Not grabbing or robbing or stealing. Creating wealth. Anything else is a third priority. And I don't want to talk about third priorities. Creating wealth makes you non-violent. Because you will be too busy with the people, with the world, with life, by creating. First, remove the guilt about wealth from your inner space. Second, understand the expression of life through you is equivalent to the wealth you create, not grab, you create. So the more and more life energy starts expressing through you, more and more you create. Life energy expression and wealth is one and the same. Seekers always justify their poverty as their spiritual quality and innocence. So if you are not wealthy, understand, if you have decided not to create wealth, great. But if you want to create wealth and not wealthy, if you have a greed for the wealth or a desire for wealth and not wealthy, be very clear, you are not a seeker, you are a seeker. Something is seriously wrong in you. Look into it. Wealth itself is not sin. Somebody is having problem because of having, somebody is having problem because of not having. Problem is a problem, wealth is not a problem. Problem is a problem, wealth is not a problem. Person who is having guilt because of having, person who is having guilt because of not having, both are big, you can say very big sickness. I have seen many of these rich men, because they carry a deep guilt imposed on them by society, even though they created their wealth very honestly, in a creative way, because of the guilt imposed by society on them, they live a very miserable life and go on drinking alcohol and trying to have high costly entertainments just to forget this guilt. Many times they come to me for their problems and in need of solution. When I analyze their inner space and life, there is no problem. Then why are they suffering? The only guilt which they are carrying, which is imposed on them by society. I tell them, come on, don't imbibe the guilt given to you by the fellows who are incapable. You do not cheat or grab or be dishonest. That's right. That's enough. But no need to carry a guilt on the wealth, about having wealth. Rich men carry this guilt very deeply. And just to escape from that, they get into all kinds of addictions. And their life is hell. as hell as a fellow who doesn't have money. The next thing, having is one side, not having. This is a very funny side. Having the desire to have wealth, not having it, but giving a valid reason why they are not having it. This is also another one important slave mentality. We always think work not done plus valid reason is equivalent to work done. And your mind is such a cunning mind, it creates very valid reasons and justifies itself. Why? You are poor, and not only that, adding sacredness to poverty. Who are adding sacredness to poverty. Relax. Don't add sacredness to your scaredness. Because you are scared of life, you back out from life, and for the feeling of scared, you add sacredness. You start saying, no. You see, I am not the kind who can tell lies. This word is a lie. I am not the kind who cheat others. What is there? Little bit, 2 meal, and 1 small house, and 2, 3 piece clothes. That's enough for life. If it is enough, why are you going around and bragging about it? Be content. The fellows who talk about their poverty being their great quality will not keep quiet, because they are trying to make sacredness out of it. It is such a cunningness how people brag about their wealth and try to create identity. People brag about their poverty and try to create identity. At least when you brag about your wealth and try to create identity, you will be little intelligent, because society would have beaten you, you would have learnt a lot of lessons from society, and you will be more creative. But if you are bragging about your poverty and creating an identity, that is the worst cunning identity. I tell you, I faced all problems in my life only from the fellows who claim they are poor and try to create sacredness for poverty. Rich fellows have a lot of maturity, I tell you, and more sincere when they take up spiritual truths in their life. See, I am telling you, I am declaring the new Smriti. I am a Smritikara. Not creating wealth is sin. I am declaring it very clearly. Just like a grabbing, stealing, accumulating wealth in a wrong ways is a sin, grabbing, stealing, robbing, how it is sin. Same way, not creating is sin. It means what? You don't take the responsibility for your actions. Your actions are not focused. It is like just cheating in the name of work. I have seen all types of cheating. I have seen people doing all kinds of cheating. We have this wrong concept. Work not done plus valid reason is equivalent to work done. Work not done plus valid reason is equivalent to work done. It's a very funny. Especially these Vedantis. I am telling you, because I am a Vedanti, I am telling you, I am not criticizing others. I am doing a self-criticism of the whole, the ideology. Vedanta is missed to give a right understanding about wealth to society. Right understanding about wealth is life. I wanted all of you to understand donating or doing charity is nothing wrong, great. Sharing is nothing wrong, great. But being cheated is something seriously wrong. People tend to mix being cheated and charity together. No. If you want to donate and share, great, nothing wrong. But you are doing some work, somebody steals, cheats your money, is something seriously wrong. Be intelligent. Be little more practical. Stop the mental blocks and a deep hatred you carry for work. Please understand, as Krishna says, Gahano karmano gati. Life's flow is work. If you are not creating wealth, all your work is happening in wrong direction. Your work is happening more in the line of destruction, not in right direction. The integrity, I am telling you from my experience. Now experience of handling so many worst possible situations in life. Actually, this whole rumors and the problems created around me has made me really rich in life. Economically, I may not have become rich, but in life I have become very rich. Now I know how to handle people. I know who should be trusted and who should not be trusted. I have learned a lot of lessons. Actually, I tell you, these lessons are really worthy of the money we lost. We lost a lot of money. But these lessons I learned are really worthy, because it will be asset forever for the whole future. Sometime, the lessons you learn become more valuable than the situations try to hit you. Look in. Remove the deep hatred for work. See, life is by its nature flow. If you create wealth, at least it will be directed in one line of creativity. If you are not creating wealth, be very clear. One, you will be spending all your time in destroying something, somebody, or you will be spending all your time in fighting with you, in depression. Fighting with your own self. Morning half an hour you will argue, whether to create wealth or not. Evening half an hour you will argue whether to create wealth or not. Morning you will argue, I should create wealth. Evening you will argue, no, I should not create wealth. And night you will fall asleep. Between the morning and evening again you will be spending time in eating. That's all. After 20 years, what you have done? No, I debated morning whether to create wealth or not. The side of creating. In the evening, debated for not creating. Finally, nothing has happened. Life is wasted. That's all. Not having wealth is a wrong mental setup. Awaken the creativity in you. Remove the hatred for work, creativity. I'll give you further, deeper, exact techniques and process to create wealthy consciousness. First you need to create a wealthy consciousness which is ready to take the responsibility to create and sustain, which is ready to take the responsibility of being creative. For being creative, you need to take many responsibilities. It doesn't happen like a breeze. Even if the breeze happens, you need to be responsible to keep your doors open for the breeze to blow through you, flow through you. Yen Kriya is a direct technique, method, process for creating a wealth consciousness in you. Of course, now I am developing a clear procedure and process, techniques and technology for creating wealthy consciousness in you. That is what I am offering as a Yen Wealth program. As on now, we don't have time to dive into all the aspects of wealth. I'll give you the Vedic way of wealth management, creating and sustenance. In Vedic tradition, we have two major gods representing wealth, Kubera and Lakshmi. Kubera is a guy who holds stock market. Lakshmi is the bank circulating. Lakshmi gives, circulates. Kubera holds, sits on it. Treasury and currency. We have another two dimensions of wealth in Vedic tradition, Sanganidhi, Badumanidhi. Understand? Badumanidhi means flowered wealth, like a lotus, created. Sanganidhi means conquered wealth. Flowered wealth, conquered wealth. Conquered wealth is not robbed wealth. Please understand. Conquered wealth is not robbed wealth. It is not like a Gajni Muhammad coming to Somnath temple and robbing the whole temple, grabbing all the gold and taking it away. No, that is not Sanganidhi. Sanganidhi is conquered from the natural sources. Badmanidhi is made to flower from natural resources. Once I asked my grandfather, he's really such a person of charity. Every day in the night time, when he finishes his accounts, I learnt this habit from him. Even if it is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, those days there is no computer and all. It was only in the notebook. Only after signing the ledger, completing the accounts of the shop he was running. He was running a rice mandi, wholesale rice godown. Only after completing the ledger, signing, he will go to bed. I learned that habit from him. And the most important thing, he had a box. On that box, there will be a board called Magame Bandu. Means 10% of his net income, he will put it in that box every day. That is kept for charity. So any temple function, religious function, temple inauguration, annadan, anything, people will come. When they come, based on their function level or expense level, he will give donation. Once I asked him, what is the use of giving money like this, donations like this? He said, the result of giving donations like this is more people will come to receive donations. That's all. Understand? Reward for wealth is more wealth, reward for love is more love, reward for work is more work, reward for charity is more charitable, more charity opportunities. Reward for integrity is more integrity. Cognizing the joy integrity brings in you, the powerfulness you experience through integrity, cognizing integrity is the ultimate no blind spot shrewd strategy for life. As I said, your plans are two cunning strategy. Integrity is three cunning strategy. Mukkan strategy. In anything, whether your relationship with your body, your relationship with life, your relationship with existence, your relationship with the ultimate source, your relationship with society, your relationship with humanity and its laws, in every level, cognize integrity as your strategy. Let me expand on wealth consciousness. The first conclusion you need to come, it is integrity. That's the most shortest way to enjoy wealth. Second, owning but not possessing, means go on sharing. I have seen sometimes people, when they take up a job, they develop vengeance towards boss. Hey, you are giving only 50,000 salary for me. I'll work only for 8 hours minimum just to handle your questions, not more than that. So this is the way he starts. He thinks he's cheating his boss. In 6 months, he himself starts believing this much only is his capacity. He has cheated himself. Understand? Cheating your boss. In 6 months, you will believe that as your capacity and you will cheat yourself forever. You making your boss believe this is only your capacity because you want to take revenge on him. First conclusion you need to arrive is integrity is the best strategy. The next conclusion you need to arrive: own but don't possess. Go on be sharing, whether it is you or your space or your qualities or your qualifications. I tell you, the words you utter, people may listen, but the way you behave, people feel it. Let your behavior is all about owning, not possessing. That's the second conclusion. Third, let your enriching be most authentic, means every day upgrade yourself. Ultimate should not be final. Ultimate grows every day. Ultimate is not final. Today's ultimate is not tomorrow's ultimate. Tomorrow's ultimate is different. Brahmanda expands, cosmos expands. For you, something is ultimate today, which is not ultimate tomorrow. It expands. So, go on becoming authentic in your sharing, enriching. Next, important conclusion: do not feel shy to encourage people to support you back to enrich the world. Be confident, courageous about what you are doing. Don't be meek, weak. Be confident about what you are contributing and encourage people to contribute back to them so you can continue to contribute. You can keep this Dharma Chakra alive. That's all. Just these 4 conclusions. Arrive. Now,
I'll tell you one small powerful cognition. I went to Arunagiri Yogeshwara once with a question: why somebody is rich, somebody is poor? Sometimes it seems like good people are poor and bad people are rich. This kind of socially inflicted delusion. The delusion inflicted by society upon me. With this, I went to Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He laughed and said, "Hey, I tell you, if you experience this whole science of wealth and how to be wealthy, all the society's ideas about wealth, deluded ideas about wealth, everything will disappear in you. I'll give you simple, straight teaching." I said, "That's great. Please tell me, what should I do?" He gave me one word: don't own anything which is declared as yours by society, anyone, even if they like it, just give it to them. Listen carefully. I lived this, even now live it. I am boldly declaring. Nothing, don't own anything. Is this exactly he said, don't own anything. If society declares something is yours and which is around you, anyone, even if they like that, give it to them. I tell you, this one teaching has kept me wealthy forever, even now. Anything I need to do, I just need to plan. Wealth flows. Sometimes I even feel overflows. If I have to make a nation, I just have to plan and present it to Paramashiva. Simply wealth flows. If I have to make a reserve bank, I simply have to plan and take it to Paramashiva. Simply wealth flows. Anything, sometimes I don't even know to plan. I ask Paramashiva, Mahadeva, how to plan? The plan also flows.
Listen. Please come to the space of listening. Listen. I told you the purpose of this program is two things. One, to clean up the incompletions, patterns you carry about wealth, and create a right space, a powerful magnetic energy center in you to attract wealth, situations supporting you to create wealth, people supporting you to create wealth, making you like a magnetic energy center for manifesting the wealth the way you want. Listen, I have done only first step yesterday. Today I will do the second step now. It's not magic, some mantra, some jatu, no. It's a clear science. Anything you decide as your perception, belief, cognition, intention, life, you become magnetic energy center for that. That is why the psychiatrists are the most, that is the profession where more number of people become mad. No, really. Psychiatrists are the profession where the maximum number of people become mad. You don't know. It's a statistics actually. They need this punishment because these fellows make everyone believe they are mad. No, recently the stupid fellows, this whole psychiatry association has gone crazy. They declare every human emotion as a disorder. Now, just to bring whole world under their umbrella as their passions, they make everyone believe their passions. And finally they become sick, mad. Really. Listen. Because anything you intend, you become energy center for it. You become magnetic energy center for it. Now, consciously decide what do you want to manifest in next 3 months in your wealth field. Please understand. Now I am going to awaken your Kundalini Shakti and concentratedly make it flow in the direction of your wealth. I'll make your intention now as an energy field for you. next 3 months, don't even plan for some 30 years, no. Next 3 months, what do you want to do? Don't even plan with your abilities. Here, just your abilities are not going to be working. My abilities are also going to support you. So don't have the restriction based on your ability. You write clearly what is your intention, what is it you want to manifest in next 3 months in the field of wealth. Whatever you think as wealth, sometime you may think more than money, currency, some person as a wealth for your life, or some situation as wealth for your life, or some being active, or whatever you consider as your wealth. Sometimes people feel even extraordinary powers as your wealth. Whatever you consider as your wealth, you want to manifest, attract in the next 3 months, please spend down. Decide very consciously, because I am going to stream your Kundalini energy into this thought current, into your intention. So it will become reality. Please do not take it light. I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda.
Yes. So just as Swamiji said, many of us, we start making our poverty sacred. We start boasting about it, or we would have seen people doing this. So something we need to really understand about the way we handle money, the way we understand money, is that creating money is the flow of life. If you are not creating money, means you are going in a wrong direction. Just as how Swamiji quoted a verse from Bhagavad Gita, which was revealed by Krishna, if we are not going in the flow of work, if we are not working towards life, then we are working against life. If we are not generating money just by what we are doing, we are only in the mode of destruction. Means many of us, like how Swamiji was explaining, it is we act as if we are working, but we actually do not work. It is only we cheat in the name of working. We just show as if we are working. But when it actually comes to working and being productive, we resist being productive. So Swamiji is telling that this is the first thing that we need to drop about being resistant towards being productive, being contributing to people. As Swamiji had said that how rich you are is directly related to how productive you are and how much you contribute to everyone.
Yes. So these are the important understandings that we need to have. We continuously create something. By the natural flow of life, we create wealth. And if we do not, it means that we are creating poverty. So whenever we struggle to manifest wealth in our life, we need to see where all we are creating poverty and how, by which pattern are we, as Swamiji was saying, we'll be acting against life, we'll be destroying ourselves, we'll be having certain patterns with which we sabotage our possibility. So this is what we need to look into now. Okay, so now look into all the areas of your life where you are acting against life. See, many of us, when we are stuck manifesting wealth, what we do is we search for opportunities, we search for job, and we think, why am I not creating? But the point is, we need to understand that we are already creating, just in the wrong direction. Okay, this understanding has to happen. It's not just about, see, even if we find somehow with effort, if we find some job opportunity, for example, if we still have that pattern of going against life, destroying, then even that will not make us wealthy. And even that, as we said just now, we will feel hatred towards that work, because it will just feel like, yeah, just the work, just something that is a load on ourselves that we don't want to do. We don't want to wake up in the morning, go to work and all of that. So it's a change in direction. That is why this session is titled Lakshya, the goal of your life. What is the direction towards which you are heading? Okay, so I hope that is clear. Look into all of this now. Are there any patterns with which you are going the wrong direction itself in life? And if yes, write down how it is happening, how you are doing this, so that you can complete with that pattern. Naturally, you see, when you complete with that pattern, when you stop going in the wrong direction, you will just be able to go into the right direction. And you will start seeing opportunities that you were not able to see before. You will start to manifest opportunities spontaneously, just like that, just because of that completion inside. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Let's spend a few minutes now to internalize, to look in, and let us change the direction in which we are creating. Yes. So we conclude this exercise. Hope that you are able to look in and identify what is the direction that you are moving into. And it is when you bring completion to these patterns, when you focus on completing with these patterns, that you will be able to see the opportunities and the wealth manifestation to happen. So yes, with this, we have come to the end of today's sessions. And we hope that you are able to understand the different aspects of wealth consciousness that Swamiji has revealed. Actually, there is even one more segment where Swamiji explained that even taking Haritaki helps you to manifest wealth, because it will keep your system very clean, and that will reflect in your thoughts as well. So essentially, really, there are different aspects: being continuously creative in the right direction, continuously contributing, and deciding to be our own boss. Okay, working for what we feel as life, even if that changes wherever you are right now. Take the steps if you have not yet already. Actually, somebody was even giving this as an assignment, deciding, you can decide maybe within the next, let's say, 4 months, or whatever you feel is realizable for you. You can start making a plan how you would like to become your own boss, and definitely go for it. This was directly instructed to all of us by Swamiji, and you will not regret it. You will see that your work itself will become your creation. It will be your life, not just something that you do for the outcome, for the money, but it will be your creativity, your expression. And every step of your work will be bringing fulfillment to you. So thank you all for having been with us today. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another important day of sessions in this Paramashivoham. Make sure to be there again as usual for the Nityananda Yoga to start the day. And with this, let's conclude now with the Purna Mantra, and let's offer our gratitude to Swamiji for everything that we have received today.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you all, Nityananda.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.